It's been a while since you've been on. I would say over a year, maybe.
I know, but I'm like an OG mega mom, like fangirl. Like, I'm so excited to. I know last year, I think I had a lot of things going on with my family. It just didn't work for me to come to the conference, but this year, I'm so excited to be back.
I'm so excited too. This is our 6th annual conference, and Lauren has been a speaker at all of our conferences except for last year. We were in Orlando, and I believe she was telling me you had oh no, it was the year before. You had 6 consecutive events that you went to, and just
Yes, let's talk about that. Man, it was rough. I don't know about you, but I'm very passionate about obviously serving the people that I work with in my professional growth, and I have big goals, and sometimes it's hard to balance them, and I get overly ambitious and say yes to too many things, and then it really burnt me out. I think I did 6 or 7 events in a row, kind of piggybacking off one another. Didn't miss one single baseball game, didn't miss one single football game. Literally, it was landing in Nashville and driving to the baseball field. But ultimately, after that, I was like, I need a break. I was like, I have to rebalance because it was just too much. So I took some time off last year. I think I only traveled to one event. It was great.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I think we should be picky about the events that we go to and, really ask ourselves, are they life-giving? I went to one last year, probably the first event I've been to that we didn't host. Recently, I've been to I did a Tom Ferry event back in the day and a Brian Buffini event. So I've done some of those in some conferences, but the one I did last year was huge. It was probably 1,500 people. It was in LA. It was so big. I felt so small and so insignificant. I didn't matter there. My numbers weren't good enough there, even though I'm a top producing agent with, I feel, pretty impressive numbers for my market. But I did not feel good there, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so my point in it is, after attending that event, I thought, I see now why people tell me our abundance conference is so different than any other events they go to.
Yeah, there's just a sense of community that I don't see at other events, because at this point you do have a core group of people who know each other, but they're actively looking for other like-minded people, right? People who want to keep family at the forefront of their decision making when they're running their business. Frankly, that's the foundation of what we do, right? We all hold in our hearts that we are moms first, and we have to live our lives, and the business is to support that. So I think that is honestly a shrinking demographic in our industry, which really makes me sad. I think that with everything that we've seen in the market, people think they have to go hustle grind, which truly can take a lot away from your family. But the mindset, reframing and refocusing I get whenever it comes to Mega Mom Conference of look, this is the infinite game, and we're here to not only create an incredible business, but an incredible life for our families, and that balance, and not feeling bad about it, because everyone that you turn to feels the same thing, right? We all have some sort of sense of mom guilt for whatever level of business that we're at, but we also have feel like we have a professional responsibility to continue to grow. So it's just a really dynamic group of ladies.
And don't you agree that no matter the level that we're at, it's just a constant reset? So even myself, I was on a coaching call with my students for micro teams. And what we do with the micro team is we show moms, how to build a team that has the sleekness or the profitability of a solo agent where you're keeping more of your commission, but you have the help of a mega team with having strategic hires. And I was telling them, reflecting on the summer, I've spent more time with Henry this summer than I have in several years past. I feel like last year was a total blur. I felt like I woke up at the end of the summer and was like, where did that go? We didn't really get to do anything that I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And so this year, he's 12. I have just a few more summers with him before he's working and then eventually out of the house. And so just keep, time is ticking, and I want to make sure I'm spending the time. And just telling the ladies, I feel like this year I finally have reached that point where both businesses are running without me having to be there constantly pushing making sure the next thing's going to happen, and I get to show up. I get to show up on my podcast with Mega Moms and coaching with Mega Moms. And then with my real estate business, I get to show up on the listing appointments, the buyer consultations, and negotiating. And pretty much my team handles like 90% of the rest of it.